Captain Jai-Ho Park sat in his command chair on the bridge of the Dauntless Asterisk. The ship moved quietly through the empty darkness of the Kintaro sector. This area of space was between human territory and the space owned by the Orithians. Neither side fully trusted the other. "Captain, we're picking up a signal," said Ensign Junho from his station. "It's a distress call." Jai-Ho straightened in his chair. "Where is it coming from?" "Sir, it's coming from an Orithian ship." The bridge went silent. The Orithians were tall, thin aliens with blue skin. They were smart and had good technology, but they were physically weak. They had always been cold toward humans, seeing them as dangerous and wild. "Play the message," Jai-Ho ordered. A strange voice filled the bridge. It spoke in broken human language. "This is Vessel Starshard Asterisk. Critical damage. Life support failing. Drifting toward Pulsar. Require assistance." Lieutenant Tai Young, the ship's engineer, looked up from his screen. "Captain, their ship is only 6 hours away at top speed." "And the Pulsar?" Jai-Ho asked. "At their current drift, they'll hit the radiation zone in 9 hours. Jai-Ho frowned. The rules were clear. No human ship should enter Orithian space without permission. But people were in danger. "Captain, we should call command first," said Ambassador Unichoi. She was on board to help improve relations with the Orithians. This could be a trap. Jai-Ho shook his head. "By the time we get approval, that ship will be dust." He pressed a button on his chair. "All hands, prepare for maximum speed. We are responding to a distress call." Dr. Hei Yun-Lee, the ship's expert on alien life, stepped forward. "Captain, may I remind you that Orithians breathe methane. If we need to bring them aboard, we'll need to prepare special rooms." "Make it happen, Doctor," Jai-Ho said. "Tae Young, I need our environment suits modify for methane atmosphere." "On it, Captain," the engineer replied, already heading for the door. 6 hours later, the Dauntless Asterisk dropped out of high speed near the damaged Orithian vessel. The Starshard Asterisk was beautiful but clearly broken. Parts of its silver hull were black with damage. It spun slowly, drifting toward the distant but deadly Pulsar. "Open a channel," Jai-Ho ordered. The main screen lit up, showing an Orithian face. Its large eyes blinked sideways. "This is Captain Nixthal of the Starshard Asterisk," the alien said. "Why have humans entered our territory?" "I am Captain Jai-Ho Park of the Earth vessel Dauntless Asterisk. We received your distress call and came to help." The Orithian's face showed what might have been surprise. "We did not expect humans to respond. Our call was meant for our own kind." "We were closer," Jai-Ho said simply. "Your ship is heading toward that Pulsar. We can help you." "No," Nixthal said sharply. "We do not trust humans on our vessel. We will wait for Orithian rescue." Dr. Hei Yun stepped into view. "Captain Nixthal, I am Dr. Lee, cynobiologist. According to our scans, you have less than 3 hours before your life support fails completely. Orithian help cannot reach you in time." The Orithian was quiet for a moment. Then the ship shook violently around him. Alarms could be heard in the background. "We also detect valuable biological specimens on your ship," Hei-Yun added quickly. "Are they part of your research?" Nixthal looked surprised again. "Yes, they are crucial to finding a cure for a plague affecting our colonies." Ambassador Yuna moved forward. "Captain Nixthal, there is an old saying from my homeland. Even a passing stranger will help someone drowning. We offer our help with no conditions." The Starshard Asterisk shook again. A piece of the hull broke off behind the Orithian captain. "Very well," Nixthal said at last. "But be warned, any deception will end all talks between our peoples forever." Jai-Ho nodded and turned to his crew. "Prepare docking procedures. We're going to save that ship." The Dauntless Asterisk moved closer to the damaged Orithian ship. Captain Jai-Ho watched as Lieutenant Tai Young worked the controls for docking. "This won't be easy," Tai Young said. Their ship is spinning too much. Can you do it? Jai-Ho asked. Tai-Young nodded. Yes, but it might damage both ships. Do it anyway, Jai-Ho ordered. Lives matter more than ships. The Dauntless moved in. Metal scraped against metal. Both ships shook. Warning lights flashed on the bridge. Docking complete, Tai-Young said. But we lost some outer hull plates. Major Sung-Hoon Ba, the head of security, stepped forward. Sir, I have teams ready with the modified suits. Good, Jai-Ho said. Dr. Lee, what else do we need to know about the Orithians? Hei-Yun looked up from her screen. Their atmosphere is toxic to us, and our air will burn their skin. We need to be very careful. Tai-Young checked some readings and frowned. Captain, new problem. The Orithian ship's core is failing faster than we thought. We have only 3 hours before it falls apart. Major Ba shook his head. Sir, we should just take the Orithians and leave. Those specimens they talked about aren't worth the risk. It's not that simple, Hei-Yun said. I just learned from their science officer, Vexera, that the specimens are partly joined with the Orithian crew. If we separate them, both will die. Jai-Ho looked at Tai-Young. Options. The engineer thought for a moment. We can change our environment suits to handle their atmosphere, but we'll need parts from our own life support system. Won't that put our ship at risk? Ambassador Yuna asked. Yes, Tai-Young admitted. If we need to leave quickly, we'll be in trouble. Jai-Ho stood up. Do it. I'll take responsibility. 30 minutes later, Tai-Young led a small team into the Orithian ship. Ensign Jun-Ho walked beside him. The suits were heavy and awkward, but they worked. The inside of the Starshard Asterisk was beautiful. The walls curved in strange patterns. Soft blue light came from everywhere. This way, said Vexera, the Orithian science officer. Our people are trapped in the main lab. They moved through narrow hallways. Parts of the ceiling had fallen down. Wires sparked in the walls. The ship groaned around them. How much time? Jun-Ho asked through his suit radio. Less than 2 hours, Tai-Young answered. They reached the lab and found 10 Orithians working with glowing containers. These held the specimens, strange blue creatures that pulsed with light. We need to move quickly, Tai-Young said. Suddenly, a bright flash came through the ship's windows. The pulsar had sent out a radiation burst. The ship shook violently. Part of the ceiling collapsed. 3 Orithians and Tai-Young were trapped under the debris. Tai-Young, Jun-Ho shouted. He tried to lift the metal, but it was too heavy. Get the others out first, Tai-Young said, his voice weak. Come back for us if you can. Jun-Ho looked at the trapped Orithians. They were scared but calm. He made a decision and turned to Vexera. I'll get the others to safety, then come back with tools, he said. As he led the first group toward the Dauntless Asterisk, Jun-Ho passed a small room. The door was open. Inside, he saw screens with pictures of human ships and bases. This wasn't just a science ship. It was spying on humans. Jun-Ho stopped. This was important information. His duty was to report it. But if he did, the rescue might be stopped. People would die. He looked back toward where Tai-Young was trapped, then at the room full of secrets. Jun-Ho made his choice. He kept walking, leading the Orithians to safety. People came first. Secrets could wait. Jun-Ho returned to the trapped people with cutting tools. He worked fast, cutting through the fallen metal. Hold on, Tai-Young, he said. We're almost there. The Orithians helped too. Their thin arms weren't strong, but they knew their ship well. They guided Jun-Ho to the weakest parts of the debris. Hurry, Vexera said. The ship will break apart soon. After 20 minutes of hard work, they freed Tai-Young and the trapped Orithians. Tai-Young's suit was damaged, but he was alive. Thank you, Tai-Young said weakly. As they helped the injured back to the Dauntless Asterisk, Part of the ceiling fell. Major Ba pushed Vexera out of the way, but was hit himself. Vexera, though injured, helped carry the Major back to the ship. When everyone was finally on the Dauntless Asterisk, Captain Jaho tried to disconnect from the Orithian ship. "Sir, the docking clamps are stuck," a crew member reported. "We can't separate." Jaho looked at the view screen. The pulsar was getting closer. Its deadly radiation would kill them all. "If we can't leave, we'll be pulled into the pulsar with the Starshard Asterisk," he said. Tai Young, though injured, sat up on his medical bed. "Captain, I have an idea. We can use both ships' engines together to push away from the pulsar. Like a slingshot. Would that work?" Jaho asked. "Maybe, but we need to connect our systems to theirs. No one has ever done that before." Nixthal, the Orithian captain, stepped forward. "My engineer is dead. Who among you understands our technology?" Vexera spoke up. The human engineer, Tai Young, showed great skill. Perhaps he could do it. Tai Young nodded. "I'll need your help, Vexera." The two worked together, connecting wires and systems between the ships. To everyone's surprise, they found that human and Orithian technology had many similarities. "Ready, Captain," Tai Young finally said. Jaho gave the order. Both ships fired their engines at the same moment. The Dauntless Asterisk and the attached Starshard Asterisk swung around the pulsar's edge, using its gravity to gain speed. With a final burst of power, they broke free. But both ships were badly damaged, drifting in space. "Send out an emergency call," Jaho ordered. Hours later, a human military ship called Vigilant arrived. Its commander, Minho Shin, contacted them. "Captain Park, I have orders from Admiral Ryu to quarantine the Orithians and keep this whole incident secret," Minho said. Before Jaho could answer, an older Orithian stepped forward. It was Elder Keith, a high government official who had been traveling secretly on the Starshard Asterisk. "Captain Park," Elder Keith said, "I must speak with you privately." In Jaho's office, Keth revealed the truth. "Yes, we were watching humans. We were afraid of you, but now I see we were wrong." "Why tell me this?" Jaho asked. "Because a greater danger is coming. Something even worse than the pulsar. Our peoples must work together to survive." Jaho thought about what to do. He called everyone together, humans and Orithians. "Commander Shin, I know about the Orithian spy mission," Jaho announced. "Ensign Junho discovered it during the rescue. But he chose to save lives instead of gathering intelligence." The room was silent. "This is the true color of humanity," Jaho continued. "When pushed to our limits, we choose life over advantage. We choose to help, even those who may be our enemies." Commander Shin stepped forward. "The oldest rule of the sea is that we always save those in danger, no matter who they are. I stand with Captain Park." Elder Keith bowed his head. "Then perhaps it is time for a true alliance between our peoples." 1 month later, human and Orithian leaders signed the Pulsar Accords, named after the deadly star that nearly killed them, but ultimately brought them together. And on the Dauntless Asterisk, Dr. He-Yun and Vexera began working on something new, a room where both species could live together without special suits or separate air. The first small step toward a shared future.